Hi, I'm Brad Orluck, Technical Evangelist with the Nintex sales team. In this brief video, I'll be covering what the Nintex Cloud Accelerator Program, or NCAP for short, is and the value it gives to your customers. Additionally, I'll step through the various components of the Nintex workflow platform that come with NCAP and some helpful tips on how to land this messaging with your customers during your demonstrations and conversations. Let's cover what you get with NCAP. First, the current perpetual on-premises web front-end licenses will be converted to an annual subscription, but the customer will still have unlimited workflow design entitlement in their on-premises environment. Number two, forms. Nintex Forms is part of the NCAP offering. If your customer is an Nintex workflow only customer, they'll now have forms. I can tell you from personal experience working with some of my partners, there is lots of opportunity where you may have already quoted Nintex Forms to a customer, and the cost of simply deploying Nintex Forms to this existing workflow environment is nearly the cost of the subscription for that year, not to mention all of the additional value. Number three, full software maintenance. There is no need for additional maintenance in the subscription-based model. Included in the subscription fee is the software utilization itself, as well as all of the maintenance. Plus, your customers will receive inbound telephone support from our Nintex support team. Number four, 50 cloud workflows, as well as these additional entitlements. Nintex Forms for Office 365 and DocGen, 250 DocGens to be precise. If you're looking at moving into an NCAP Enterprise license, this will add the Nintex Hawkeye Analytics platform, as well as Nintex App Studio entitlements to build one Nintex mobile app that can be custom white labeled and deployed via an MDM solution or over the air. Plus, you'll also receive 250 additional DocGens for a total of 500 DocGens per calendar year. Additional DocGens can always be added. Now, as you can see, that's an awful lot of functionality for this offering. What we're going to do now is step through some additional information inside of our Partner Central portal, and then I'm going to simply step through what this functionality looks like in each one of our products. As you can see, I've navigated to partner.nintex.com. This is all things partner related for our Nintex partners. I'm going to go ahead and simply log in. Now, inside of Partner Central, there's a lot of great information found in the My Dashboard page. But what I'd like to speak to is first off the Pricing Center. If you navigate to the Pricing Center on the top navigation, after navigating to the Pricing Center page, you will see several different pieces of information that are very helpful when it comes to pricing out your Nintex offering. But I'd like to draw your attention to a piece of content that's absolutely invaluable when it comes to the Nintex Cloud Accelerator Program. Right here, if I click on Nintex Cloud Accelerator Program Overview, you'll see a brief description, key features, how to position NCAP with your customers, pricing and partner terms, as well as the pricing table itself. So there's a lot of great information on this page. Now I'd like to take you over to the Workflow Platform link. All of the various functionalities that were traditionally known as standalone functionalities can be found here. This includes the Nintex Workflow Platform itself, Nintex Forms, Nintex Mobile, and so on. I'd like to draw your attention to specific links underneath each one of these headings. If you'd like to pull up more additional information, please navigate to these links. Additionally, on the right-hand side of this page layout, you'll always see a box that says Useful Stuff. This will include product brochures, data sheets, videos, and more. One of the most important features that you'll find inside of these Useful Stuff boxes is PowerPoint presentation decks that you can use to position these offerings with your customers. Now, if I'm going to be demonstrating this to a customer, a couple of helpful tips. Confidence. Practice. You have to actually use the product and get comfortable with it before you can effectively demonstrate it. If you have any questions, if you don't feel enabled, please ask your account team. That's what we're here for. From the account managers to the territory managers to our partner account managers, as well as your technical evangelists. We'll help you get to the point where you feel comfortable demonstrating these products. Tip number two, tell stories. Don't be a robot. Don't sound like you're reading out of a book. Get engaged. Tell the stories that you've done with your various customers. If you've built solutions, share those solutions with your customers. They want to know that you're the expert. They will understand that you're the trusted advisor when you can articulate what the functionality is and why it's important to them. Use catchphrases. Help that's genuinely helpful. Sometimes I'm teased when I do demonstrations because I always call out the fact that we have a help box that's context sensitive as you use our product. But you know what? Help that's genuinely helpful, your customers can grab onto that. It's tangible. Number 4, don't be afraid to say, I don't know. Even us technical evangelists who have arguably seen and heard a lot of different things, sometimes we don't know the answer. But we will be more than happy to go back, work with our product, our marketing, and our development teams to get answers for you and for your customers. I implore you to do the same. That's what, again, we're here for, to help you. Number 5, genuine excitement. Let's be honest. The power that Nintex offers you to build custom solutions for your customers, as well as empowering end users inside of their organizations, it's pretty great stuff. So let's be excited about it. By logging into the Node or Nintex Online demonstration environment, here you can easily spin up a demonstration environment to show off all of the great functionality found inside of NCAP. Full SharePoint 2016, 2013, 2010 environments, as well as Office 365 with SharePoint Online tenants can be spun up dynamically to use as a demonstration environment. One thing I would definitely want to draw your attention to is the Sessions tab. Keep in mind whenever you're going to be doing a demonstration, you should probably schedule it in advance. Due to resources available inside of the system, which there is a fair amount of, we have a lot of different partners who may be demonstrating functionalities at any given time. So to make sure your slot is protected, I would implore you to again, click on the Sessions tab and navigate down to Add Scheduled Session. When you click on Add Scheduled Session, you can give your demonstration a name. You can choose your content set, which can again range from SharePoint 2016 all the way to SharePoint Online. But more importantly, you can define a start time. This is important because I can say I would like to do a demo at 10:30 a.m. on December 15th for 90 minutes. And this will go ahead and reserve this specific slot for me. The nice thing is my demonstration environment will be spun up a few minutes prior to that start time, and it will be protected. So no more trying to spin up a session and being told that there's no available slots. All right, now let's dig into the functionalities that we were talking about that are available as part of the NCAP program. First off, forms. Inside of my SharePoint 2016 environment for my fictitious Acme real estate company, notice if I navigate to the ribbon, Nintex Forms shows up on the ribbon. Let's go ahead and click on Nintex Forms. The Nintex Forms Designer is now open. From here, you can go ahead and step through a demonstration of this as you see fit. We have scripts available. So for the sake of this demonstration today, I'm just going to simply call out a couple of important features and functionalities that you may want to cover during your demonstration. Since a lot of your customers will have no Forms product at all or be using legacy Forms applications like InfoPath, I would try and draw to their attention the fact that Nintex Forms easily creates forms on lists and libraries inside of SharePoint. In addition to that, there's a lot of great features and functionalities that are available in a very easy to use way. From a simple drag and drop canvas style design interface to advanced functionality not found in other products such as geolocation tools, sophisticated and easy to scope people pickers, and in the enterprise version of Nintex Forms on premises, the ability to query SQL and web assets directly from the Forms design interface. Additionally, there's support for managed metadata capabilities. And another powerful feature of the Nintex Forms offering is the fact that I can easily scope these particular forms and have a very highly consumable mobile version of these forms built with a single click. So if I click on smartphone, I've just created a browser-based version of this particular form that can be consumed on any mobile device running, say, Safari, Firefox, UC browser, Internet Explorer, Edge, or more. Also to draw your attention to, the fact that I can easily create a customized look and feel using a Nintex mobile layout. The Nintex mobile layout will allow me to simply with a button click have a layout that can be consumed via the Nintex mobile application on your desired piece of equipment. This can be iOS devices such as an iPhone or an iPad, as well as Android devices, Windows Desktop, and Windows Mobile. This will render as though it was custom developed for that particular platform. Now, beyond just having a forms capability being added to the customer's Nintex stack, they'll also receive entitlement to other offerings, such as 50 cloud workflows. These cloud workflows can be consumed via SharePoint Online or the now released Nintex Workflow Cloud. So first off, if I navigate over to Office 365, we can see that I can easily add the provider hosted app versions of Nintex Forms and Nintex Workflow, which, by the way, we were fortunate enough at Microsoft Ignite to win awards for. Best UI was awarded to Nintex Forms, and Best Business Value was given to Nintex Workflow. Notice how inside of my list, I can simply click on Nintex Workflow and open up the Nintex Workflow design canvas. Again, with NCAP, I have the ability to have this advanced functionality at my disposal. Notice how there's a fair amount of integration functionality across the entire Office 365 platform. These actions would also be available via the Nintex Live catalog in the on-premises version of Nintex Workflow. This allows for hybrid types of solutions to be built out with relative ease and without the need for interoperability platforms such as data gateways. The Enterprise NCAP SKU would also give you a fair number of activities to allow for advanced provisioning scenarios, as well as integration with other platforms such as Salesforce, Dynamics CRM, and many more. Now let's briefly cover document generation. With NCAP, you will have an allotment of DocGens. These can be consumed either in Office 365 using Nintex Workflow or on-premises with the brand new on-prem DocGen action. For the sake of this brief demonstration, I'll show you the on-prem version of the DocGen action in SharePoint 2016. Inside of the Nintex Workflow Design interface, I can just simply look for Doc, which opens up all of my search results, including document generation. Let's add this to the design canvas. When I open up the document generation action, notice its configuration dialog is similar to that of most other actions inside of Nintex Workflow. But one call out that's important is the quota of how many DocGens I have. Again, with NCAP, I would be entitled to 250 DocGens per year. With the enterprise capabilities, I would have 500. Additional tranches of DocGens can be purchased, either 12,000 or 120,000 per year. But at any given time, I can see how many DocGens I've utilized right here at this banner at the top of the configuration dialog. Notice here the configuration dialog for DocGen looks a little bit different than it does in Office 365. That's because we've incorporated several new features and functionalities, such as more flexibility with the generation type to allow for the output of single PDF files using up to 20 different templates, separate PDF files with 5 templates, or original file types, meaning the original Office document format types with 5 templates. We can decide what order we would like to generate our documents in. We can easily select our templates from this picker dialog. Here I'm going to go ahead and open up a document that I'm using as a template in this particular process. Now that I've selected my document template, notice here I can include this document template either always or based on a condition. This is another rich functionality of Nintex Workflow that allows me for conditional evaluations inside of the action, beyond just the standard workflow logic itself. I'm satisfied with this template selection, and now I would like to configure this document and tag it to be able to pass workflow variables into this document template. So I'll go ahead and click on Open and Tag. Notice how the documents opened up in the appropriate Office application, in this case, Microsoft Word. This is my document that I would like to use as a template. On the right-hand side, you'll notice the new and improved document generation tagger. This tagger allows me to dynamically add workflow variables into my document template. I can simply double-click on the various tags and insert them wherever it would be appropriate. Some callouts that would be awfully important to delineate between our old document generation capabilities and those in the new document generation offering would be the fact that I can also include images now inside of my documents. Dropping back to our configuration dialog, notice that I can choose where these documents are output to. At the top of the configuration dialog, I can also define information and variables that would populate tables inside of my documents. Additionally, images can be defined in the configuration of the action and used dynamically through the document tagger. Now let's cover some advanced functionality found in Nintex Hawkeye Analytics. The Nintex Hawkeye portal is a powerful way for you to demonstrate to your customers how their metadata is being captured during workflow executions and surfaced inside of the Nintex Hawkeye data warehouse. You can easily sign up for an internal usage rights tenant via Nintex Partner Central. You can feel free to wire up this demo tenant to your own Nintex workflow environments, be it SharePoint 2013, SharePoint 2016, or in the near future, Office 365, as well as Nintex Workflow Cloud. Here I'm logged into the Nintex Hawkeye portal inside of the Explore tenant. Notice when you sign up for your own trial tenant, it will be available under your login name. The Explore tenant is filled with dummy data that you can easily use to demonstrate the power and efficacy of Nintex Hawkeye Analytics. The two callouts I would bring your attention to as far as lenses that are pre-built for you to demonstrate with would be the Nintex Usage Lens and the Contract Management Process Lens. These two lenses allow you to talk about workflow telemetry being captured via the Usage Lens as well as via the Process Intelligence Lens. Again, the Nintex Usage Lens allows you to get the telemetry from executions of workflows and surface that in a very consumable way. Notice how Nintex Hawkeye leverages Power BI embedded for an out-of-the-box dashboard experience. While the built-in Power BI embedded dashboards will be incredibly helpful to help smooth out the proverbial learning curve for new users of Nintex Hawkeye, they are not an end-all be-all solution. If I simply scroll down this dashboard, you'll notice at the bottom, I can easily integrate this data set captured via the lens with the standard version of Power BI. Additionally, I can integrate with third-party analytics platforms such as Tableau, ClickView, and many others, including Microsoft Excel, using OData providers connections back to the Hawkeye dataset. Navigating back to the Hawkeye portal, let's talk about the contract management process briefly. In a fictitious process where I have a contract management solution implemented with my legal department, I can easily surface business data inside of Nintex Hawkeye that traditionally would be surfaced using custom dashboards, data query web parts, and things of that nature inside of SharePoint. But now I'm not restricted by lists and libraries or disparate tables inside of SQL databases to be able to visualize my data sets captured or manipulated via Nintex workflow. So in this case, you'll notice that I can easily navigate to an overview by amount display that shows me my workflow process against this contract management process broken by stage. The Nintex Hawkeye beacons that can be embedded inside of your Nintex workflows allow me to define name-value pairs and surface that metadata directly to Nintex Hawkeye in the cloud. This allows me to take my story from being a business process automation story and turning it into a business process improvement story. See, those catchphrases actually resonate with your customers. Notice here I could easily talk about the power of being able to surface this type of business data by saying, gee, why is it that my team in Seattle is able to generate more contracts than my team in Los Angeles? This type of visualization of advanced and complex data sets manipulated via Nintex workflow are powerful tools in your customer's journey to the workflow and content automation paradigm. And last but not least, let's hop over to the Nintex App Studio. This is a completely cloud-based tool for you to build Nintex mobile apps in a custom branded manner and deploy them with a number of different options at your disposal. You'll see that I've already created a Nintex mobile app here called Bradco Mobile App. I'm going to go ahead and simply click on the Edit button, show you some of the options you can use to customize these apps further. Notice I can easily customize the name, description, as well as the URL scheme inside of the app. This could be leveraged using Nintex Mobile's deep linking capabilities. Also, I have the capability of predefining what types of accounts I would like to have users authenticate with inside of this app. In the standard version of Nintex Mobile, this would be an affair that would have to be conducted by a user. Users may not be comfortable configuring the Nintex Mobile app by hand, or they may not know exactly where to point the Nintex Mobile app. Notice here I can embed specific locations and tenancies that the users need to authenticate against, so they would just simply log in. I also have the option of selecting specific platforms that may or may not be used for this Nintex Mobile app. I can import custom artwork into the app itself as well. I can control my theming. This allows me to give the look and feel of my corporation or organization to the app. Plus, I can do things like scoping what forms are shown inside of the Nintex Mobile app. This is helpful when my organization has created many Nintex forms across the environment, and I may be overwhelmed with the options that I can select from. I can easily scope this down further using this filtering capability. Plus, I could decide if I wanted to surface tasks from Nintex Workflow on premises inside of the mobile app. When I'm done configuring, I simply click on Save and Build, and this coin-operated type of functionality will automatically compile a new version of the app, and when the app is ready, I will receive an email that will allow me to download APKs, ZAP files, and the like for distribution via an MDM platform, or I can even use our app deploy capability to distribute this Nintex mobile app via an email. I can even import managed distribution lists via a CSV file that will allow me to push these out to my users. As you can see, NCAP is comprised of a lot of great functionality found inside of the Nintex Workflow platform. The 50 workflows that NCAP will entitle you to also gives you the ability to build workflows out not only in SharePoint Online, but also to be able to consume those workflows in the Nintex Workflow Cloud. Nintex Workflow Cloud was designed from the ground up in the cloud. It allows you to build out rich automation scenarios using a drag and drop web-based design interface. Additionally, all of the logic and flow, operations, and integrations that you know and love from Nintex in our SharePoint-based products are found inside of Nintex Workflow Cloud. Additionally, we have the ability to trigger these Nintex workflows off of various connectors to various disparate platforms in the cloud, or via public-based forms, a Nintex mobile form, an external start URL using an API call, or scheduled starts. This feature-rich design interface is something else that's available inside of the NCAP subscription. So as you can see, Nintex Workflow Cloud, Nintex Hawkeye, Nintex Document Generation, Nintex Forms, as well as all of the enterprise functionalities that you know and love, such as print to PDF in Nintex Forms, are available to your customers via NCAP. If you have any additional questions, please reach out to your sales team. Thank you for watching this video.